What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to share with you 3 envelopes that I just recently got back in the mail and talk to you about the people that signed for me. So the first one is postmarked from South Carolina, and it is a 404 success from former Los Angeles Dodgers / Montreal Expo, Jim Fairey on 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 3 of them, as you can see, are duplicates on the 1968 Topps rookie card with Jack Billingham. Jack Billingham is a pretty good through-the-mail signer. I think he signs for a small fee, so I hope to, obviously send 1 or 2 of these, maybe all 3 of them to Jack to finish them off. So hopefully you'll be seeing those back in a future episode. But for now, let me tell you about Jim Fairey and his career in baseball. So Jim Fairey played his high school baseball in South Carolina, where he grew up. He also played some at Erskine College in South Carolina as well, before in 1965 he signed as a free agent with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Fairey, a left-handed hitting and throwing outfielder, at 20 years old started in A-ball for the Dodgers affiliate, where he appeared in 106 games and batted a .323 batting average with 20 home runs his first year as a professional. The following year, he got promoted to Double-A, where he appeared in 149 games and responded with a .301 batting average. Well, in 1967, again, he was tested at the next level, and he appeared in 123 games for the Dodgers AAA affiliate and responded with a .303 batting average that season. Because of this, after having a strong showing in the minor leagues his first 3 years, in 1968 he actually made the Los Angeles Dodgers team. And on April 14th, 1968, Jim Fairey made his debut for the Los Angeles Dodgers. In his rookie season, he would appear in 99 games for the Dodgers, but would bat just .199 with 1 home run at the major league level. Well, after the 1968 season concluded, Fairey was selected in the expansion draft by the Montreal Expos. Well, being it was a new expansion team, Fairey got assigned to AAA for the Expos that year, where he appeared in 117 games, batting .287, hitting 10 home runs, and also posting 11 triples for their AAA affiliate. He would get in just 20 games for the Expos in 1969, but in 1970 he would break camp with the club and appear in 92 games for the Expos, primarily as a platoon-type player / pinch hitter, left-handed bat off the bench. 1971 would be a repeat of 1970, where he would again appear in the exact same amount of games, 92 games for the Expos, this time posting a .245 batting average that year in a platoon / pinch hitting role. 1972 would come around, and again he would appear in 86 games, kind of being a platoon type player, posting a .234 batting average. Well, after the 1972 season, he went into spring training with the Expos. However, right before camp broke in 1973, the Expos released him from his contract. Only being unemployed for a couple weeks, Fairey would return to the team that traded him, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, the Dodgers would assign him to AAA, where he would spend the bulk of the season, 122 games, for the Dodgers AAA affiliate, and again found the magic, batting .324 in 1973 for the Dodgers AAA affiliate. He was rewarded with a call-up, where he got to appear in 10 games for the Dodgers that season, but he just posted a .222 batting average in those 10 games. Well, after the 1973 season, the Dodgers again traded him to, this time, the Minnesota Twins for future Philadelphia Phillies manager Charlie Manuel. Well, in 1974, he would appear in 107 games for the Twins AAA affiliate, posting a .302 batting average and hitting 16 home runs. And despite putting up these solid numbers, he did not get a call up to the majors by the Twins. Well, after the 74 season, the Twins let him go from his contract, and he then signed with the San Diego Padres, who at that time were a pretty new team as well. Well, again, despite batting .293 in AAA for the Padres and posting 15 home runs, Jim did not get called up to the major leagues. Well, he would return to AAA in 1976 for the Padres. He would appear in just 92 games for them, posting a .299 batting average, and again, not getting a call to the majors. Well, 1977 rolled around, and again, Jim agreed to go to AAA for the Padres. In 132 games for the Padres, he posted a .319 batting average and 14 home runs, playing for the Padres AAA affiliate. But despite putting these numbers up for the Padres in 1977, they still did not call him up to the majors. Well, at 32 years old, after the 1977 season concluded, Fairey retired from playing baseball and moved on with his life, probably onto his second career. I'm not really sure what he did after playing. However, I know he did move back to South Carolina because that's where it is postmarked from. So thank you, Mr. Fairey, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, so this next one is postmarked from Texas. And I did not have 4 cards this time. This time I only had 2. But there are some real old cards. And this is a return from former Milwaukee Brave and San Francisco Giant Ray Crone on 2 of 2. Very happy to get Mr. Crone because I'd never gotten him before. So let me tell you about Ray Crone and his career in baseball. Ray Crone, a native of Memphis, Tennessee, played high school baseball in Memphis at Christian Brothers High School. He signed a professional baseball contract with the Boston Braves in 1949 at just the age of 17 and began his professional career that season. He was used primarily as a starting pitcher in his early minor league career, with the pinnacle reaching totals as high as 19, accomplishing that in 1953 with the Jacksonville Braves. In 1953, the Boston Braves moved to Milwaukee, and Crone that April made his major league debut on April 13th, 1954 for the Milwaukee Braves at just age 22. He spent 19 games with the big league club that year, starting 2 of them and going 1-0 with a 2.02 ERA and 49 innings pitched in his rookie season. Of all the pitchers on that team that season, he had the second lowest ERA on the team. He also split time in 14 games that year in the minor leagues. With the Braves in 1955, Crone went 10-9 with a 3.46 ERA in 33 games, 15 of them being starts. In 140 and a third innings pitched, he allowed only 117 hits. He did spend a little time in the minors for just 4 games that year as well. Well, the following year in 1956, he was up in the majors with the Braves. He posted an 11-10 record with a 3.87 ERA in 35 games that year for the Braves. Crone began the 1957 season with the Braves, going 3-1 with a 4.46 ERA in 11 games, 5 of those being starts. But on June 15th of 1956, he was traded with Danny O'Connell and longtime New York Giant, former New York Giant, going back to the Giants, for Hall of Famer Red Schoendienst. So this is how Red Schoendienst became a part of the Milwaukee Braves, which eventually would go on to win the World Series with Schoendienst at second base. He went 4-8 that year, posting a 4.33 ERA with the Giants, and went a combined 7-9 with a 4.36 ERA that year. Well, going into 1958, Ray would only spend through July with the Giants before they traded him to the Toronto Maple Leafs of the International League for pitcher Don Johnson. He would finish out the year with Toronto in 58 and then would sign a minor league deal with the Detroit Tigers. He would appear in just 2 games that year in 1959, which I would assume would be because of an injury. And after the 1959 season, he would sign with the Kansas City A's and would be assigned to their AAA affiliate. Well, despite posting a pretty solid ERA of 3.81 with Kansas City, his record did slip to 3-8 for their AAA affiliate, and he did not get a call back up to the major leagues during that year, and that is the last time that Mr. Crone played as a player in professional baseball. Over the course of his 5-year major league career, Crone went 30-30, so an exact 500 record with a low ERA of 3.87 in 137 games, 61 of those being starts, and 546 innings pitched. His minor league career, he posted a 90-77 record over that time. A decade after retiring from the mound, he became a scout based in Texas, working for the Montreal Expos, Orioles, and San Diego Padres organization. He also was a scout for the Arizona Diamondbacks as well. So, in his retirement, I guess you would call it, from being a player, he would stay in the game for another 30 to 40 years, it looks like, doing amateur scouting for those various organizations based out of Texas. So I wish I knew some of the players that Mr. Crone signed, because that would probably be a pretty cool list to just look at if you think of all the good players that have come out of Texas throughout the years. So we'll move on to the next one and we'll talk about him. All right, so this final one is actually a bonus autograph, as this individual included an extra card actually for me. And I am talking about former Milwaukee Brave Howie Bedell on 1, 2, 3, and actually a fourth that he included, which I don't know if this is an actual card or it's like a team setter of some sort, or he had it made for himself, but he personalized it to me. And that is pretty cool. He was the director of player development for the Reds at the time, so very neat to get that. You can also see that he dated these. I'm a little bit behind on my dates. This was actually July when he signed these for me, so I'm sharing this with you in August, so a little bit behind. But the cool thing is, on the back of the envelope, he actually wrote "Play Baseball." And I wish I still could play baseball, but I guess at my age I could still play technically in a beer league or something, but I don't think I'm going to be in the major leagues anytime soon, let's put it that way. Now the other cool thing, and I've only had this rarely happen a couple times, is Mr. Bedell actually put these in penny sleeves for me. I did not put these in penny sleeves. He actually put the cards in penny sleeves and returned them to me. So let me tell you about Howie Bedell and his long career in baseball, although it was very brief in the major leagues. So Howie Bedell was a outfielder slash pinch hitter that batted left and threw right, that played his high school baseball in Pottstown, Pennsylvania at Pottstown High School. He would also attend Westchester University in Pennsylvania and Westchester, Pennsylvania as well, and play baseball for them. He was signed as a minor league free agent in 1957 by the Milwaukee Braves. He would be assigned to the Braves' A and C League affiliate, where he appeared in 116 games for the Braves, posting a .285 batting average that year and stealing 22 bases. He would move up to A-ball in 1958, appearing in 100 games, and from 1959 to 1962, he would spend 3 years in AAA, 60, 61, and 62 with the Braves affiliate. He would post very solid numbers and steal a handful of bases for the Braves. Well, after having a very solid 1961 season, Bedell would have his chance as he made the Braves' opening day lineup and made his major league debut on April 10th, 1962, at the age of 26 years old for the Milwaukee Braves. He would split time between AAA and the majors that year for the Braves, as he struggled at the majors, posting just a .196 batting average for the Braves that year. The following year, in 1963, he would return to the Braves' AAA affiliate. However, in June of '63, he would be traded to the St. Louis Cardinals, where he would finish out the season with the Cardinals' AAA affiliate. Going into 1964, he was with the Cardinals. However, they decided to release him in June of 1964, and he would go sign as a free agent with the Washington Senators, where he would finish out the year with the Senators' AAA affiliate. For the next 2 seasons, he would not get above Double-A and appeared in 107 games for the Washington Senators affiliate in both 1965 and 1966. Well, in 1967, right before the season started, he was traded from the Senators to the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, with the Phillies, he would spend the entire 1967 season appearing in 125 games that year for them, and in 1968 he would again return to Double-A for the Phillies. Well, after putting up some solid numbers in Double-A for the Phillies, posting a .284 batting average, he got called back up to the major leagues, and he appeared in 9 games for the Philadelphia Phillies at the age of 32 years old. Well, after the season concluded, he would return to the Phillies for just a short stint in 1969, appearing in just 4 games for their Double-A affiliate. In total, Bedell would only appear in 67 total games in the major leagues, posting a .193 batting average, never hitting a home run. For his total in the minor leagues, he appeared in 1,400 career games in minor league baseball, stretching over 13 seasons from 1957 to 1969. Now, there is one thing that is very notable that Howie Bedell did in his career in the major leagues. Bedell's lone RBI as a Philly came in a game against the Los Angeles Dodgers at Dodger Stadium on June 8, 1968. Pinch hitting in the top of the 5th inning, Bedell hit a sacrifice fly to score Tony Taylor for a run that ended Don Drysdale's string of 58 2/3 consecutive scoreless innings. Earlier that game, Drysdale had broken Walter Johnson's streak of 56 consecutive scoreless innings that was set in 1913. So even though Bedell was a lifetime 190 hitter, only appeared in a handful of games as a major leaguer, the most notable thing that he did in his career was he broke Don Drysdale's scoreless inning record. So that's something that you can definitely brag about. Now, obviously, we talked about the card that he sent me here. After his playing career ended, Bedell had both on and off the field posts with various MLB clubs. He was a coach with the Kansas City Royals in '84. He was with the Seattle Mariners in 1988. He was the coordinator of player development for the Royals in '85 and part of the season in 1988 with the Mariners when he wasn't coaching on the field. He was the farm director of the Philadelphia Phillies from '79 to '80. He also held that role with the Reds in 1990 and '91. He also served as a manager in the Phillies and the Colorado Rockies minor league affiliate organizations. So I hope you learned a little bit about some unique players from the 1950s and 60s. I'm very happy to add them to my collection. Very nice of, I'm going to try to put that nice one front and center there. And very happy to add a couple guys that I'd never written before. And I also hope to get, the multiplayer card here signed by Mr. Fairey, signed as well in the near future. I look forward to your comments below, and as always, happy collecting.